everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to go over all of the work from home essentials that I have been loving. So welcome back. I have been working remotely now for over a year, since January of 2023. And I just want to go through some of the products I've really been liking because I feel like some of these products I didn't get until January 2024 this year, like after I'd already been working remotely for a year. And I wish I had just made the investment right off the bat because they just make my day-to-day so much nicer. So yeah, let's get started. So one of my newest favorites is the Ember mug, which this is what it looks like. And that's the idea. Obviously there's a cord, but for those of you who don't know what the Ember mug is, it essentially is a mug that comes paired with like a hot plate that has an app on your phone, and it enables you to have like your tea or coffee just be kept at a specific temperature that you want for as long as you want. It'll just be heated constantly. And the reason I love this is I will sometimes some days have back-to-back meetings for like several hours straight, no joke. And so it's just great because I'm also the one who takes notes, so I can't just sit and drink my coffee during a meeting. I'm busy taking notes of what everyone's saying. So what's great about this is that I can be typing and taking notes, and then when I go back to my coffee a meeting later or an hour later, it's still there and it's still hot. Same thing with my tea. So this is definitely great in that sense. So I'm not constantly trying to like run down and microwave the same drink over and over again, which also just like when you microwave a drink over and over again, it just starts to taste weird. This doesn't have that result at all. So highly recommend Ember. I got this one at Target. The next thing that I also got at Target, which I'm not gonna drag over here, I'm just gonna insert a little photo, is my Hatch alarm. I think we've all heard about these before. I love it. I used to sleep with like an eye mask, but I ditched it just for the Hatch alarm, and it did take some getting used to, but honestly, it's just so nice. And my favorite part of it, like, yes, I love the sunrise, waking up to the slow light. It's definitely a lot less alarming than my normal phone alarm would have been. But my favorite part actually is like the nighttime settings you can do, because I just put a red light on at night and like I read in the red light and I kind of unwind in the red light for a while. Because that's supposed to be like a much more calming effect on you as opposed to having like a bright light in your room. So I really like it for falling asleep too as well. I turn it off, of course, before I go to bed, but just for the last hour or so before I go to bed, it's nice to just have like a cool red light on instead of a bright yellow. Next up, this kind of relates, but kind of doesn't. But I got this pad at Marshall's actually, and it's just like an all out of grocery pad. And this is great because when I'm working remotely, sometimes I'll just be thinking, like, I eat at home a lot and I'm preparing meals a lot differently because I have the luxury usually of just making something on the fly in my kitchen. So this is just great to just have to just in the moment as soon as I'm in the kitchen, or like when I'm sitting down for a second, oh, I'm out of this, I'm out of that, like, and you just check it off, like apples, bananas, whatever, cereal, sandwiches, that sort of thing. So I really like this. This next one is kind of random, but it's this little mirror I got off Amazon, and I put it on my desk, and it's really tiny, so it doesn't take up much room. But the reason I really like this is because I'll sometimes have days where I wake up and I kind of immediately hop into a meeting, and or if I'm in a lot of meetings, that sort of thing. Usually my camera's off, but sometimes I'm gonna turn my camera on. So it's nice to just have this available right away to like do a quick check and make sure I look semi-presentable, especially if I just woke up, or if, you know, it's just been a day and I want to make sure that I still look okay before, that I look camera ready basically before I see any of my team. So it's just been nice and nifty to just have it here on the desk as opposed to trying to like run to the bathroom really quick to see how I look. I don't know. This is just a very specific one, but it's worked for me. Next up are some very easy ones. I really like the little Cloud mouse pad and like Cloud wrist rest. Those have been coming in handy. Those are from Amazon. And then similarly, I love this wireless keyboard and the little mouse with it. It's just so cute. And lastly, to go with all that is this little laptop stand. The other ones were from Amazon, but this is from Target, I think. I don't know if they still have it because this is a little bit older. This isn't an essential, but I really like it. It's like a daily calendar, so you'll just have the date for every day. And what I love is like this one is called the daily. So this one just has like fun little mean things to say. But so this one says, being a grown-up sucks. No one ever asks what my favorite dinosaur is. It's a pterodactyl, not that you asked. And it always has like a cute little different like classic Hollywood woman of some sort. So it's just like an old-timey thing, and it makes me laugh. It makes my day, and it's a nice little way to start off the day by just ripping it off. Similarly, I'm not going to pull it off the wall, but I have a wall calendar up as well. That one is Disney themed, and that just lets me keep track of any upcoming events or anything like that. The next two items that have come in the most handy are my desk, which I upgraded this year to a standing desk, and then my walking pad. So I have a little walking pad, and that has increased my steps so much because I'm very much someone that if I did before this, I would not leave my bed and or my couch or my desk chair. I was just I do not move unless I have to go specifically to go get food or go to the restroom. I don't leave my desk. I don't move around. I'm not an active person naturally. But with the treadmill, I was finding that I'm able to sometimes get 5 miles a day of walking at a slow pace, by the way, a mile an hour, 5 miles a day sometimes, just from walking while I'm in my meetings and everything like that. So that's made a huge difference because I, at first, last year, because I got that this year, 2024. Last year when I was working remotely, I was trying to incorporate walking more. So when I would have breaks, I was trying to see if I could go outside and go on a walk really quick. And while in theory that should work, it just wasn't actually something that I was finding myself really able to do because first of all, you have to then be dressing a certain way and everything like that just so you can be ready to immediately just walk outside. And then it's hot out, you're gonna maybe sweat, or sometimes it's cold out, or sometimes my boss calls and then you have outdoor noises, or sometimes you only have 10 minutes in between a meeting and that's not really enough time to put on your shoes and go outside. If it's literally 10 minutes, you're gonna maybe have 5 minutes of walking time. So all in all, the walking pad has just worked out for me so well. So the last gadget the last essential is probably this chair, which I really like. That's from Amazon. But quite frankly, as much as I love this chair and it's so comfortable, I don't use it as often now because of my walking pad. Oh, and I do have the little Target mushroom footstool as well, which I'll also include, but that's underneath the desk, which I really love. But yeah, I feel like that's everything. Besides that, I do have different things that I like to use in my day-to-day that just make my life a lot easier. They're just little comforts and cozy things. So if you want a video or a part 2 on some of the other essentials when it comes to keeping a home sort of thing that I've had, comment below and I can include those as well, but they're not as strictly specific to working from home. They're just more specific to living in a home, if that makes sense. Thank you so much for watching, and as you know, I post a new video every Tuesday and Thursday, so check back for more.